Hello YouTube, it's your friend Rye here with another great video. This time we're playing Story Central, Ground Control to Echo9, Episode 1. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is read this story and let's see how we do. Message received. For a moment, none of us knew how to react. Glancing over at Dave and Lindsay, I saw they were doing the same thing I had been, still staring blankly at the communication screen. Even after it had gone dark following Commander Norris' abrupt sign off, we were all trying to perceive what we had just heard. What do you think it means? Lindsay asked. Finally breaking the silence, they want us to come home immediately, but won't tell us why. They won't give us any real information, only that she looked Dave and me each carefully in the eye, only that something is going on with one of us. Do either of you know what Norris was talking about? I'm as confused as you are, I said. Dave shook his head in agreement. I struggled to recall Commander Norris' strange communications as accurately as possible. Greeting, Echo9, the ground control commander had begun in a tone that was unusually strained. I want to make sure you heard this directly from me, as this is very important. An unusual order. You will receiving, he took a deep breath. Early this morning, we received information that has direct and dire consequences for your mission. As such, we are requesting that although you are only a few days from your destination at Terranova, you immediately rerouting yourselves to return to Earth. There had been uproar at that, a respectful uproar as we were talking to our commander, but immediately an urgent one. Dave, Lindsay, we're all taking over one another, trying to get to the bottom of the shattering news we just heard. Unfortunately, there is no room for argument about this decision. Commander Norris continued. The three of us fell silent. I can do my best to help you understand what is at stake. This information we have received, however, is of sensitive and highly classified nature. I'm not free to disclose the answer to the questions you undoubtedly have. He hazed with visible caught up in the inner doubt over what to say next and how much to reveal. I impel each one of you face even from each other. I can assure that if your crew were to access the Terranova space station, the Constitution would be distressed not only for Terranova, but for the future of space exploration, as well as for your very selves, he cited, and I had never before seen our commander look so worried. This is a hard thing to say to a tight-knit crew, trained as you are to trust one another with your lives. However, I'm telling you right now, you must not reach Terranova, nor Mars. You must return to Earth at once, he addressed each of us. In turn, Ben, Lindsay, and Dave, Godspeed. And that had been that. My mind was reeling with the pushing consequences. Were we not supposed to trust each other? The three of us had been working together for the past 8 years. We were each of other's friends' support system, and oftentimes families. I knew Dave, a heavyset, contemporary and easygoing Canadian, and Lindsay, an outgoing and confident redhead, as well as I knew myself. We had been waiting our whole lives for this opportunity to live and work near Mars on the Terranova space station. What was going on? We could not do it, Lindsay announced. Suddenly, she positioned herself at the main computer and began punching in numbers. Not only does it not make any sense, it is not safe. She moved aside so Dave and I could see her calculations. If we burn through the amount of fuel it would take to pull a complete 180, we'll probably have enough left over for the return journey, but just barely. If anything were to come up, any emergency conditions that caused ventilation in our calculations, she shook her head, we wouldn't make it. That may be true, I jumped in, but didn't you hear the commander? Something must be serious wrong for them to call us back like that. There's no way ground control would put our lives at risk unless there was exactly reason for it. Norris said, continue on what would be the disaster, not only for us, but for the things much bigger than ourselves. Difficult as it may be, it is not our place to question those orders. I turned to Dave, hoping for him to chime in as a voice of reason. Well, he began seriously from the sound of it. We're in danger either way. Besides, there are protocols if this were really an emergency. I think Norris would have given us a better instructions, maybe a bit more to go off of. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I could not believe I'm the only one taking this seriously. I was trying not to shout, but my anger and disbelief threatened to get to the better of me. Dave clapped a big hand on my shoulder and looked me in the eye. We hear you, Ben, he said gravely, but you know as well as we do how unusual and suspicious Norris commander was. He seemed to suspect something dangerous up here in Echo9, but what if there was foul play going on back on Earth instead? 2 days, Lindsay added, and we'll reach town over. Let's dock and exchange some information with the crew. Then we can follow Commander Norris' instructions and head back to Earth. We have to be rotating about this. Dave nodded his agreement. I suppose I'm outnumbered, I admitted, though tightly clenched teeth, so I don't have much of a choice. I looked at each of them and turned, but I think we were making a big, huge mistake. Gut feeling. I swallowed a fork-forward macaroni, a tasteless gulp of my tongue. This put the present almost of cheddar that tickled my nostrils. What a pity! But the discussion in my sentence could not have been truly to my current state of mind. What exactly was I thinking, Dave? And Lucy trusted me, and I trusted them. And yet in my mind, Commander Norris' message was running on repeat. Trust nothing, he said, but why and how? No, his command was not a simple order to follow. After running through scenarios in my head 100 times, I was still no closer to swimming the puzzle in the present of my crew members. I act completely unrelated. My mind was on a red alert. How did Lindsay and Dave think the decision was so clear? Perhaps that's what really had me on edge. They both seemed so sure of themselves and of their act of defiance. If Commander Norris spoke truly, should I really expect anything different from them? One of them could be laughing behind closed doors, realizing by the belief that nothing has changed. We were informed that something was amiss, and yet we continue our mission onwards, as if we had never heard the warning to begin with. I cannot imagine the abrupt change in perception that must have been for someone acting confidently. One moment you've been ousted, and in the next you're just another astronaut with a strong effect for exploration. And that was the true kicker, Dave and Lynn say, could after all be fully accurate on this special instance. They had been trained just as much as I had, and no amount of training could prepare me for this scenario. Could I really blame them for not wanting to give up? Everything they worked for Mars was so close now. They had sacrificed at so much to get this far. Their intent on reaching Terra Nova could be innocent. Even still, that innocence could be misguided. I had to trust my gut on this one. Pushing the macaroni aside, I pulled up my comm screen. T40 minutes, as it read. It was time. The red planet loomed just before us. Terra Nova was on the horizon. I disposed of my dinner and flew past the commanding bridge, not down to peering at my crewmates. Fear was my opposite. Dave and Lynn trusted me. I could not bear to look at them once more before breaking that trust. I snuck through the halls, soon finding my destination. The door was closed, as it should be. I entered my security clearance and the pathway opened. The look would be appealing to Lynn and Dave momentarily. I strapped myself into the pilot seat of the transport pod and hit disengaged. Level 12. The transport pod had only just begun floating through space when an instant beeping began echoing throughout the small craft. I looked to the comlink, and sure enough, a small white light was flashing to their interior communication. Request from Echo9 signing. I ignored the flashing light and called home, and kicked the engine on. They came on with a low hum. That gradually grew into a deep hum. The pod was working hard to push itself away from Echo9. I had awoken it from a deep slumber and it was relocation to get moving. A red light started flashing on the control board. My first instinct was panic. Something was wrong. This was not going to work, what I was thinking. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. The red light was indicating a request for a remote override. Great Dave and Lynn was hoping to take over my controls and jump in the pod. I quickly counted by entering in my security clearance to block the request. The code did not work. I tried again, and then once more. It wasn't going through. How could they be blocking this? They didn't have the clearance to do so. The panic was starting to creep back in. It would only be over soon. They would shut it all down. I failed miserably. I frantically started entering commands into the computer, hoping there was something I could do. My chest was pounding. I had to get to Terra Nova first. I had to keep them from docking. With no apparent, I flipped open the comlink. It's not working. Will's Leonard's voice was interrupted. Comlink is on, said Dave. Then just what the heck is going on? This is major violation. Lindsay blurted out. I let the command line go quiet for a moment, listening to my own heartbeat. Major violation, huh? I paused, searching for something to say. I'm surprised we're taking issues with violations only just now. I was under the impression that this entire mission had become a major violation. Then time went quiet again. This is different, Ben. We made a team decision to continue to nail the tail Nova. I cut her off before she could continue. No, Lindsay, this was no anonymous team decision. We disobeyed our order to abandon the Town Nova mission, and just because you two think to outnumber me doesn't make your decision any more right than mine. That's easy for someone to say when they're sneaking behind backs rather than being upfront about it, Lindsay responded with fire in her words. Look, you heard the commander just as well as me. The implement of what you both are trying to have us do could be catastrophic. We were trained to push space travel to new frontiers, not to risk bringing it to a crash halt because of your own emptiness. I just cannot believe it, Ben and Luna said. How so? I asked. You're right. I heard the commander loud and clear. I just didn't want to believe it could be true. He warned us about each other, and I wanted to believe that our trust was stronger than that. I didn't believe that we would betray each other like this. Betray? That was a hard word to hear. You're the one betraying the mission. You're the one betraying the commander, I fired back. And yet you turned out to be the one that couldn't be trusted, she said. We were supposed to be a team. Please just turn the pod around. You don't have to. The comlink cut off abruptly. A soft status came through the intercom and a few quick buzzes. It almost sounded like I could hear Dave's voice, again in the midst of the right noise. Then it died out entirely, leaving me to silence. The red light on the control board flared off as well. That was odd. Why would they no longer be attempting to override? There was a little time to ponder on it. Helena was just a minute away. The space station was smaller than I had pictured in all my space travel fantasies. But in reality, it was a small but no means. It was a long tube of 13 connected capacitors with a ring revolving around the centermost center liner. Sticking out from all the other center liners were long golden solar panels. I sent a communication request to the space station. The request immediately bounced back undelivered. Something was wrong here. A bad feeling impaired in my mind. The commander was right to have us avoid this place. We should have never have come this far. I eased back on the engine and carefully brought the pod to a halt, just under the first corner of the station. Time to lock on. Here we go. Well, that was end of chapter 1. Hope you guys like this. Our next video is going to be chapter 2. of Echo9. Please stay tuned to episode 2. And see you guys next time. Please hit that like, subscribe, and comment for more. See you guys next video of episode 2.